Good morning, guys. There are many occasions in which we need to describe an event or action that happened. And very often that includes repeating what someone said in many social occasions also. And these are called as speeches. There are two types of speeches, that is direct and the indirect. Guys, yesterday we have seen about how to change the sentences from direct to indirect of the assertive sentences as well as of the exclamatory sentences. For example, Mahesh said to Suresh, "There are nice pictures in the hall." We changed this sentence into indirect as Mahesh told Suresh that there were nice pictures in the hall. Another example of the exclamatory sentence which we can see right now, that is, Meena said, "Wow, how interesting." Here you can see Meena is exclaiming. She is expressing her happiness, her surprise. So you can change this sentence into indirect as Meena exclaimed with surprise that it was very interesting. Guys, today again your Anjali teacher from Seva Sadan High School Solapur is in front of you to go the next part of our yesterday's lesson, that is changing direct into indirect speech of today. We are going to see, that is, the two types of the sentences, that is those are interrogative sentences and imperative sentences. See guys, Ram asked Rima, "Are you hungry now?" When Mohan listened it and he was telling to Soham. Do you know Mohan? Mohan is expressing, Mohan is telling to Soham that, do you know what Ram was asking to Anuja? There, you see guys, when Mohan is expressing or Mohan is telling to Soham, he is not using the same words how Ram used for Anuja. See, how can he change the sentence? How can he change the speech of Ram? That Mohan, here, what Mohan will say to Soham, that Ram asked Anuja if she was hungry then, because time has passed. The another one thing we can see, father said to mother, "Give me a glass of water." Anuja was sitting nearby there, and what she thought, that she expressed this conversation in her own words, that father told mother to bring him a glass of water. Guys, these two types of sentences are called as interrogative sentences and imperative sentences. Today, we are going to see these two types of sentences of direct to indirect speech. Now we should see all these things through the PPT. Let's go through the PPT. Guys, today we are going to see the direct to indirect speech of the two sentence types, that is interrogative sentences. See guys, in interrogative sentences, there are two types of sentences. Those are called as a verbal questions, which are called as ethno-type questions also. Then another interrogative sentence type is WH type question. Then another one part of the indirect speech we are going to see that those are the imperative sentences. So yesterday we have seen that there are two types of the speech, that is direct speech and indirect speech, which are called as also reported speech also. What is meant by direct speech? It's a directly said statement. It is a sentence of statement or statement that reports a person's ideas, opinions and expressions precisely in their natural form. It is also known as repeating the exact words spoken. What the person has said, that those words are repeating. Direct speech is written by using inverted commas and punctuation marks. Yesterday we have seen that she said, I have been to England 3 times. Anuja, for this we have changed the like that, and she said that she had been to England 3 times. Anuja said, I am happy today. Anuja said that she was happy that day. We have changed this because these are the assertive type sentences. Yesterday we have seen again the exclamative sentences too. Now we are going to see interrogative sentences. What is meant by interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a direct question and always ends in a question mark. You know all. Question mark is used there. There are two types of questions, which is first is the ethno type questions, which are called as the verbal questions also. What is the difference of ethno type questions and WH questions? Let's see. These questions have answers that like in the form of yes or no. For example, do you need coffee? Yes, I want it, or I need it. Or are you hungry? No. How are you? I'm fine. These are the WH questions. But right now, what we have seen the differences, that is yes no type question means what and WH type question means what. For example, do you like my new dress? Yes. Are you ready? No. WH type question means what? This question begin with a question word, such as there are 9 types of question words like that: who, what, when, where, how, whom, which, why, whose. Among these, whom question is used to whom. We can see further about it more. For example, where are you going? How was that movie? These are called as a WH type question. Now we should see how to change. Yesterday we have seen this. Just we are having a glance of this tense, of the change in the tenses. Simple present tense, that is simple past tense. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense. Present perfect tense will change into past perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense will change into past perfect continuous tense. Simple past tense will change into past perfect tense. Past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect tense. See guys, there will be no change into indirect speech. Also past perfect continuous tense, There is also no change into when we are changing into indirect speech. Then again, change in helping verbs. Am is are. In the direct speech, we have to change it into was were. If the was were in the direct speech, we have to change in the indirect speech as had been. Have has will change into had. Did will change into had done. Shall or will change into should or would. Can, could, can will change into could. Must will change into must. Means must will not change. It's any kind of the word change will not be changed. For must is used, it is a modal auxiliary. It will be used as it is. Must, need, ought to, that will remain as it is. Then should or would, it will change into should or would. Means also what we have to see here, we can recognize here that should or would will remain as it is in the indirect speech, that is should and would. Then there is the changes in personal pronouns. How it will be changed? Direct into indirect. This will be changed into that. These will be those. Here will be there. Now we into then. Come into go. Today into that day. Yesterday, the day before, the previous day. Tomorrow, the next day. Ago, before, thus, so. Last night, the previous night. Last week, the previous week. Here we can see the change into pronouns. If in the direct speech I, here we can change into he or she. We, they. In the previous slide, the changes in the not only in the personal pronouns, here the changes into time and the place changes. Here the changes into pronouns. We, they, you will change into he, she, they, because you is used. Yesterday I said that. I told you is used in the singular as well as in the plural too. My, his or her, our, their, your, again his, her, and there also, as it is used in the singular form and plural form too. Then me, him or her, us, them, you, him, her or them, mine, his or hers, ours, theirs, yours, his, hers or theirs. Okay. So guys, here we have seen the changes into pronouns from the direct into indirect speech. Let's see changes in the verbs. Verb 1. Suppose yesterday we have seen the verb go. Today we will see the another verb, that is write. Okay. Verb 1, write. So what will change into indirect speech? That will be write into wrote. W-R-O-T. Verb 2 means the past tense. If the verb 2 is there in the direct speech, that is wrote, it will be changed into had plus writes PP. That is the verb 3. Past participle is written. Had plus written. This is the example. Then is, was, am, was, are, were, have, had, has had, do, did, does, did, was, oblique, were, had been, did, had plus verb 3. Then how to change of the indirect speech of the interrogative sentences. First of all, we have to see the reporting verb. What is the reporting verb? Here reporting verb said to is there. We have to change it is asked or sometimes inquired to. Okay. The conjunction what we have to use here, that is if or whether. In the WH type question, what is the given WH word? We have to use the same as in the form of the conjunction. Make interrogative the first of all, how to change? What is the interrogative sentence is given in the reported speech that we have to change into assertive. For example, are you ready? That will be changed into assertive, you are ready. Okay. Then make proper changes in tenses, tense, pronouns and other words. As usual, in the assertive sentences and the explanatory sentences, whatever we have seen yesterday. Then quotation marks and question marks should be omitted because you are changing that sentence into assertive sentence. So that's why question mark should be omitted. Remember it very carefully. In the flow of the writing, what you guys will do that you just use the question mark in the answer too. So don't use. If you use the question mark in the answer, you will not get the full credit of your answer. See guys, as, we can see the sentences. She said to Tommy, where did you find it? See guys, what is the difference of the interrogative sentence and the assertive sentences? Where did you find it? Question mark and the inverted comma is completed. First of all, we have to see what is the reporting verb. She said to. Said to means, and we have to change this into another verb, but we have to see the sentence kind. This sentence is the question. So we have to use asked. When you are using asked, don't use to. Sometimes some guys use after asked to also. That is wrong. She asked Tommy, see guys, where? The same WH word is here. Where is WH word? So you have to use the WH word where as it is. Did you find? You have to change it. You found it. Okay. What you have changed it? This part of the sentence. Did you find it? You changed it. You found it. Why you found it? Because did is helping verb of the did plus find and that converted into found. Okay. So where he for Tommy. So he find. Here did find, found. For found, that means here is the past tense in the direct speech. So you have to change into past perfect tense. What is the helping verb? Had. Past perfect helping verb is the had. Then found is here. Where is the had? The found is the always verb form is in the past participle. Have, has, had. You have to use always the verb form is verb form in the past participle form. That is found. Here found is past the participle found. Then it and after that you have to put the full stop. Margie said to Tommy, why would anyone write about school? Here Margie asked Tommy the same why. Why anyone would write about school? Here no any other changes because no any pronouns is here. So no any change. The teacher asked, who is your friend? The teacher here sometimes guys don't think that asked is already given there. Oh, sometimes asked verb is also provided there in the question. So teacher asked, we have to remove the inverted commas and the also punctuation marks. So you are removing comma and the inverted comma. Then you are using who as a conjunction, but use the W small. Keep in your mind while you are using, you have to use W in the small letter. Who is your, his or her. You can use by either his or her. Who his friend was. Okay. Then here examples. Anjali said to Saurabh, do you have an internet connection? The answer is, Anjali asked Saurabh, if, see guys, here why, if conjunction is there, because do you have an internet connection? This is the sentence, this is the question of verbal question, which is called as also the yes/no type question, because it begins with do. Okay, so do you have an internet connection there? Anjali asked Saurabh, because this is a question, the reporting verb should be asked, if he had an internet connection. Margie said to Tommy, see, can I read the book with you after school? Again, this is a question. So, because you can see here the question mark at the end of the sentence. So, Margie asked Tommy if she could read the book with him. Why him? Because Margie asked a question to Tommy. Tommy is a boy. And she for Margie. Why? Margie is a girl. So she for Margie. If she could read. Because you see, this conversation is changing. This is a direct speech. It is changing into indirect. So for that she would read. The change of the can into could also. Okay? Guys, I think you have understood this very well. Then we have to see here the examples. Ravi said, how are you, Soham? See guys, Ravi said, but he said, this is a not said. This is a not only said to. Because at the end of the sentence, here question mark is there. That means Ravi asked Soham. So you have to write the answer as Ravi asked Soham. What Ravi asked Soham? Here, how are you? Here, how are you? You see guys, the question is how are you? That means here, this is the WH question. So, the same WH word should be used here as a conjunction. The same WH word should be used here as a conjunction. Guys, I am repeating this sentence again because there is some writing fault. Ravi asked Soham. What is the conjunction here? The WH word itself, but it is how. And how should be used? The S should be in the small letter because it is used as a conjunction. How are you? How you are? You have to change this much only in the assertive, that is you are. That how he was. Because it is, you have changed into assertive. The next, teacher said to the students. Teacher, I only write T for teacher. Teacher, or said to, teacher asked. Why asked? Because here at the end question mark. So teacher asked the students. I only use students for, yes, for students. You see guys, the same WH word here, it should be the conjunction. What are you doing here? You have to change this part of the sentence in the assertive, that is you are doing here. What? For you. You for whom? For the students. Students means it is the pronouns, here the subject is, that is in the plural form. For that, what they. For our past tense, where. Doing. Sorry. Doing. For here, there. Full stop. Next is Deepak said to Mohini. See guys, I'm using D for Deepak. Said to Mohini. Again, we have to notice the question mark is here. That means this is a interrogative sentence. We have to change into indirect speech. But what kind of sentence is this? This is the verbal question, which is called as a SO type question because R. This will begin by R. Deepak told. Is it correct? No, because I'm testing your alertness here. Deepak asked Mohini. M for Mohini. Guys, here for verbal question we have to use the conjunction if for whether. But for when we are comparing both two words, if is easy to writing. So if is here, we are using the conjunction if. Are you? You are. Are you? We are changing into you are going to visit the exhibition. If you for use the for whom? For Mohini. So if she was, because it should be the past form. She was going to. No need to change going to in the another form because this is the continuous tense form from the present continuous tense into past continuous tense. So was going to read the exhibition. I am using only A for the exhibition and last only the. Okay guys, so we have seen such kind of examples of the direct into indirect of the interrogative sentences. Now we have to see the indirect speech of the imperative sentences. See the concept, reporting verb. Instead of said or said to, use advised, requested, ordered, warned, begged, asked, told, commanded, ordered. See guys, first of all we see what is meant by imperative. Imperative sentences means someone is told to do something. All the time those are not orders. Sometimes there is some warning, advice, something to be told to do. Then these kind of sentences are called as imperative sentence. For example, when your teacher said, right now, it is called as a imperative sentence because the very important thing is that we should recognize the sentences whether imperative or the other. You see, all your instructions, the given in your course book, you see, that is form pairs, list all the things. What kind of these sentences? The sentence, because they have told you to do something. That means these are the imperative sentences. So I think you now have guessed that what the imperative sentences are begin with the main verb, the base form of the verb, that is go, come, eat, drink, write, do. These called are all things are this kind of all things are called as imperative sentences. But the negative form of the sentence also don't do this, don't go, don't walk here, like that. Okay, don't make noise. So this kind of sentence also the negative imperative sentence. So repeating verb, what is there? Said or said to. We have to use this advice, requested, ordered, warned, begged, asked, told, urged, commanded. So compare affirmative to negative. If the sentence is the negative, I told you, like don't. There We have to use not to. Don't make any changes in tense form. See guys, this is important. But make proper changes in pronouns and other words. Means how the among all the four types of the indirect speech, changing direct speech to indirect speech, the very easier is this one, which is the changing the sentences, imperative sentences into indirect speech. See, the potter said to the king, please show me your mercy. But the important thing is that we have to recognize, we have to identify what is the sense of that sentence. What is the emotion of that sentence? See guys, the potter said to the king, please show me your mercy. Yes, see the potter, he is saying something, but it is in the form of the request. How do you know this? Because please is given here. Whenever we request to we request to someone, what we use? Please. So here the potter requested the king. See guys, when you are using requested in the sentence, that means you are removing. You are removing what? Please. So you are removing please. What? To show. You are removing please and it is inserted in the requested. Then remaining word, what happened? What is here? Show your mercy. Okay? Show me your mercy. Okay? Then you have to use only the to here as a conjunction. And then remember, whatever the point is given there, don't make any change in the verb. So use the verb form as it is. See guys, can you noticing here? Are you noticing here? That show me your mercy. The show is the base. The show is the base form of the verb. Show. So use the show as it is. Show, to show his mercy to him. Whose mercy? The king's mercy to him. Okay? The spiritual teacher said to the young man. These sentences are from your course book, the course book of 9th standard English. Write down on this paper all the harsh words. See guys, again, this is, you have to identify. Why I am repeating all the things that you have to identify, because in the activity sheet, there is no any kind of special instruction to you guys. Change the assertive sentence into indirect speech, change the interrogative into indirect speech, change to imperative into indirect speech. This kind of, no any kind of question, no any kind of instruction is provided you. So that's why you have to identify what kind of sentence into reporting speech. So you have to see that. So the spiritual teacher said to the young man, see the relationship between the two speakers, the speaker and the listener. The spiritual teacher is the speaker, he is the teacher, and he is the as a follower. That is the spiritual teacher said to the young man. So here you see, write down all this all on this paper, all the harsh words. Nothing to do any. That is, there is no any kind of order, no any kind of command, no any kind of request, no any kind of here again warning, threatening, nothing. Only here he is saying something to the young man. That means you have to use the told here as a reporting verb. A spiritual teacher told the young man, see guys, you are using here to as a conjunction, and when you are using the conjunction, obviously what happens, the word right, you have to write the W, because it is not in the beginning of the sentence, because it is in the middle of the sentence. So write as in the small form W, write down on that. For this, what you are changing? That paper, all the harsh words. Okay? Did you identify? Then examples. The teacher said to the students, don't go near the water. Obviously, I think you have guessed that this kind of instruction is given to you by your teacher, that when you go to picnic. Okay? So teacher said to the students, don't go near the water. Here see guys, teacher is saying something to the students. That means she is warning. So you can use warned, because you have noticed what is said here by the teacher to students. So teacher warned the students. See guys, don't is the negative word. Do not. It is the short form the do not. So you have to change it. Not to. From the don't, not is used, and to is the conjunction, not to. The remaining sentence, go near the water, you have to use as it is. Go near the water. The doctor said to the patient, take these medicines regularly from today. Okay? The doctor advised the patient. See guys, advised, because doctor is always advising, na? For caring our health, the patient to take these those medicines regularly from today, that day. Okay guys, I think you have understood all the changing parts of the interrogative sentences as well as the imperative sentences. Are you sure that you will do all these things properly? Okay, thank you so much. Guys, we go through some examples. Okay, I think you are ready to solve with me. Okay, so Sahil asked Megha, do you need this book? So how you have to identify what kind of sentence is this? Is a interrogative sentence, and this sentence is of the what kind of sentence? Yes, SNO type sentence or verbal sentence, verbal question. We can say SNO type question or verbal question. Okay, so use Sahil. I'm only because this will be very short time for our ending our class, so I'm using yes for Sahil. Asked as it is. I'll ask Megha for yum. Okay. Then removing these comma, inverted commas, use the conjunction what for the SNO type question? What conjunction? Yes, if you need this book, if she, because Megha is girl, if she need, past tense, if she needed this, that book. Okay. Then the second example is here. John said to Jack, why are you sad now? See guys, again you notice here, this is the interrogative sentence, and here why is the beginning of the sentence. That means here it is a WH question. So John asked Jack. The same WH word should be the conjunction here. Why are you? You are. You for Jack. For he. Were. Sad. Now. Then. Okay. The next is the teacher said to the class, study well. Here the teacher Say to the class. But what kind of sentence? This is the advice by the teacher, or this is the warning by the teacher, some kind of. Like that we should say the teacher advised or warned the students or the class to. Because what kind of sentence this is? This is the imperative sentence. Because this sentence is beginning by the main verb study. So yes, small. Well, will be as it is. Full stop. Then next, the headmaster said to the peon. You see, guys, first of all, you should understand the relation between the speaker and the listener. Here, the headmaster and the peon is the authority. Okay. So, and what is the sentence here reported speech? Bring me a file now. That means what is here? Here it is the order. So you can use the quoted verb as ordered. The headmaster ordered. I'm not using the complete word here. That means you should not also not. You should use the complete word in the exam also while you are writing the answer. I'm saving the time. The headmaster ordered the peon. P for peon. See, as imperative sentence, to it should be the conjunction. To bring, be small, bring. Now me for whom? For the headmaster. Or bring him a file. Now than. Okay? Then, not than. Okay? Guys, I think you have got how we can change from direct to indirect of the four kinds of sentences. That is, yesterday we have seen assertive sentences, exclamative sentences. Today we have seen interrogative sentences as well as the imperative sentences. I think you have got the very nice idea how to change these kind of sentences directed to indirect. I hope you are satisfied now by me. So thank you. We will meet very soon in the next session after some days or today also. Okay. Thank you.